I speak to you, looking into the very depths of your doubts. I know that you were looking for a way out, hoping for a chance, waiting for someone to come and lift all the weight off your shoulders. This is a lie that you yourself believed. The world is in no hurry to support you. The world is in no hurry to hand you a reward. If you continue to hope for mercy, you are doomed. Here, predators rule. Here, only those who are ready to bare their fangs and tear apart any barriers survive. Wait for sympathy, and you will remain at the tail end. Awaken your wildness, and you will break out into the leaders. Stop hiding behind excuses. Burn them to the ground. Burn every pathetic, "I don't have the time. I don't have the connections. I don't have the skills." Burn all the, "I don't have time. I don't have enough energy. I don't know how to start." Every time you say these phrases, you put a fence between yourself and your opportunities. You build a cage of self-pity and hide behind the bars of laziness and fear. Do you want to remain a prisoner? Then continue to feed yourself imaginary barriers. But if you really want to break free, strike a spark of rage and set your excuses on fire. Without this fire, you will remain in the shadows. Doubts corrode the soul if you invite them into your home, but no one forces you to keep the door open. Close it in the face of fear. If it breaks, bite your lip and strike first. Life gives no guarantees, but it also does not require permission. You can think 100 times, what if it doesn't work out? And I will ask, what if it does work out? And then all your previous burden of failures will turn into invaluable experience. You will grow up, you will sweep away the debris of your mistakes and move on. After all, human strength is not in avoiding defeats. It is in raising your head again and moving forward, even when everything inside is burning with pain. Tell yourself now, I refuse to be weak. Even if you don't have much support, even if everything around you is against you, strength begins where excuses end. A person with fire in his chest will not be a beggar for success. He will take his own with willpower, tenacity, and unbroken faith in his own future. I do not promise you quick victories. I am not saying that everything will go smoothly. But if you really want to break out of the grey mass, bow not to fear, but to yourself, the one who decided not to give up. Imagine your goal as a vast fortress. Its walls seem impregnable. You can stare at these walls for a long time, assess their height, complain about the lack of a ladder, about the lack of tools. But the fortress will not become lower. Start by igniting the rage inside. Look at the walls and understand they were built by the same people, which means you are able to find a way through. Strike at the weak points. Pound on the gates, even when it seems that they will not budge. If you cannot break through with the first blow, strike a second, third, fourth. Be persistent, like the oath of a warrior who will not return home without victory. It's time to stop feeling sorry for yourself. Pity is a slime that clogs your mind and paralyzes your hands. You tell yourself that now is not the best time, that the world is unfair, that all roads are occupied. But these are just excuses not to rush to the front lines. As soon as you stop feeling sorry for yourself, you will understand that everything is possible. Doubts are just a signal of an upcoming challenge. They should make you tense up, not close yourself off. Look into your failures as if they were a mirror. Let it show you your weakness so that you can forge a weapon from it. Burn your self-blame. Burn every thought that you are not good enough. Stop comparing yourself to other people's achievements. Everyone is born with different starting conditions, but the final result is determined by the one who does not stop. One takes a few steps and then gives up everything. Another goes non-stop, breaking his limits. So who will end up further? Anyone who tries to tell you that you are not capable does not see your inner fire. Do not listen to these whispers. You may not be able to do something, but you can learn everything if you have the will. Do you consider yourself a loser? Stop it. A loser is someone who waits for circumstances to smile at him. A successful person is someone who laughs in the face of circumstances and twists them to his advantage. After all, the environment is just a set, and you are the director. If you want to feel sorry for yourself, continue to dramatize. Cry about how hard it is. If you want to win, change the script. Write new solutions into it. Be tough on yourself. No one becomes a winner by swimming in the warm waves of comfort. Yes, comfort beckons. It deceives you, whispers, "Stay here. Why do you need these risks? Why strain yourself so much?" But in this deception lies the death of your growth. When you immerse yourself in comfort without resistance, your spirit begins to wither, to become moldy. You lose your hunter's instinct. You stop noticing opportunities. They pass you by because in the cozy hole there is no wind of change, no growling predators, no threat, and therefore there is no reason to develop. I have seen people hide behind friendly smiles, behind masks of politeness, while inside they accumulate anger, envy, disappointment. They are ashamed of their aggression, afraid of their courage. But aggression is fuel if you learn to direct it into action. Courage is the engine that starts the heart. Do not be ashamed to be strong. Do not be ashamed to show thirst for victory. They say it is unethical. But show me the ethics of someone who prefers to live hiding behind others' backs and passing off his laziness as meekness. Become a predator who is not harmful if not provoked, but if an obstacle gets in the way, he tears it apart. Period.
Success loves those who do not carry maybe in their pockets. There is no such thing as maybe everything will be solved. It is solved only when you take tough measures. If you continue to wait for money to fall from the sky, for people to come with an offer themselves, you will swallow bitterness until old age. Get up and move. Do you have a plan? No? Create one. Do you have resources? No? Find them. Do you have the knowledge? No? Learn everything you need. If you do not understand how, try, make mistakes, but do not stand still. The one who stands still is a target at which problems shoot. Every day is your testing ground. Train your mind, train your body, train your character. Muscles grow when they hurt. The mind develops when it faces difficult tasks. The soul grows stronger when it goes through losses and defeats. Do not run from these tests because they form your foundation. The funniest thing is that many are afraid of failure, but failure is the best school. It does not just hit you, it teaches you where not to go and what needs to be improved. A strong spirit is not born on soft pillows. When people say to me, "Inspire me, I can't," I smile. No one can inspire you more than you can. If there is no spark burning inside you, no speech, no examples will move you. Motivation does not come from outside. It sprouts like a sprout from a seed that has long lain in your soul. Yes, I can challenge you. I can show you the way, but you will walk on your own. Do not blame your weakness on a lack of inspiration. Weakness always looks for an excuse. Strength always looks for an opportunity. Think about it. Who is responsible for your tomorrow? The government? Your parents? Circumstances? No, only you. If there is an abyss in your path, no one has thrown it at you on purpose. That is how the rules of the game are set up. Whether you fly over it, build a bridge, find a way around it is up to you. But sitting on the edge and crying is useless. The world does not see or hear your complaints. It has its own concerns. So either you rise up and come up with a solution, or you will be swept away by a wave of other people's decisions. Forget the word later. It's the sweetest lie. Then I'll take care of my health. Then I'll open my own business. Then I'll take care of my family. Later. And then comes the emptiness, where nothing can be returned. Time is your harshest resource. It doesn't wait for your excuses. And if you waste it making excuses, no excuses will be worth a crumb of what you could have done. Grit your teeth. Drive away the desire to postpone. Do it now. Do it even if it's scary. Do it even if you don't know how. Action gives birth to understanding. Inaction gives birth to regret. It's time to talk about your inner voice. It either lifts you higher than you could ever imagine or drowns you, instilling pity and fear. Listen to it. What is it whispering? Maybe I'm not cut out for greatness, or I won't succeed. Then set that voice on fire. Replace it with a firm, I'm moving forward, I'll get there, I can do anything. Make your head work for you, not against you. No one controls your thoughts except you. No, I can't convince myself otherwise. You can if you want, or continue to be a slave to your complexes. But then don't whine that you have no strength. Want to build your own empire? First, destroy the castle of your own illusions. Stop thinking that you are doomed, that you are unlucky. Rip yourself to shreds, but prove that fate has no power over a man who has decided to become the master of his life. Your empire begins with a foundation of courage. The bricks are your actions, the cement is your discipline, the roof is your unwavering faith. And no, let's see how it goes. Become the one who dictates the terms and not adapts to the weather. Burn your indecision like old junk furniture. In this life, every day is a battle. Either you take what is yours, or you give it to others. It sounds harsh, but otherwise you will not understand how important it is to move. Is it easy? No. I will tell you frankly, it will hurt, it will be scary. There will be moments when you want to give up everything. But this is how it should be if you strive for the heights. Sweet paths lead to a swamp, and thorny paths to a shining goal. People spend years convincing themselves that they are not ready, that they need more time, more knowledge, more support. But time passes, and the waiting game only kills the courage. Stop waiting. Try. Fail. Learn as you go. True mastery is forged in an obstacle course, not on a cozy couch. When your head is boiling with too many tasks, it means you are on the right path. Clench your fists and gnaw your way through. There is a chance to become stronger around every corner. Don't expect everyone to understand and support you. There will be those who will doubt, who will laugh. This is normal. Those who are afraid of life themselves will try to drag you down so that you don't stand out. Their task is not to help, but to maintain their illusion of comfort. Don't let them deprive you of your wings. When you have your first achievements, they will be the first to come running with congratulations. Such is the law of the crowd. Build your own unshakable fortitude. It is needed not only for winning, but also for being able to lose and keep moving. Sometimes you will feel like you are at rock bottom, but rock bottom is a good point to push yourself up. Feel your helplessness, your pain there, absorb it, and then turn it into strength. Every fall is a chance to test how strong your resolve is. If you get up and keep going, then you are already a head taller than those who are always crawling on their knees. I am not asking you to blindly believe in easy recipes. They do not exist. There are no magic decrees that will make you brilliant. There is hard work, sweat, tears, doubts, overcoming. But this path gives something more than any manna from heaven. It gives you strength that will stay with you forever. It makes you the creator of your destiny. When you finally taste the taste of victory, you will understand that no words can convey the feeling of flight that is born when you conquer fear. The idea that anyone has reached the top without working is nonsense. Everyone who has risen high built their character through effort. What makes them different is that they kept going when others dropped out. The same blood runs through your veins, and you have the same chances. The question is, are you willing to fight for them? Are you willing to endure rejection, failure, and still smile at the day ahead? Can your eyes sparkle even when it's dark? Learn to be hungry for new heights. Never be satisfied with temporary success. If you have achieved a goal, set the next one. Don't allow yourself the luxury of settling in a comfortable chair. While you breathe, act. Remember that the most reliable protection against defeat is constant forward movement. When you develop, your confidence grows, and fate and new opportunities follow. The main thing is not to stop when others are looking for an excuse to lie down. Many people dream of recognition, of glory, but they do not want to dirty their hands with work, do not want to lose their peace and face terrible challenges. Fame does not come to those who carefully avoid storms. Fame comes to those who are ready to survive hurricanes without breaking. And even if these hurricanes sweep away all your plans, you will strengthen your resilience, which means you will be able to build even bolder projects. You never know which storm will be the last filter on the path to your greatness. kill your excuses, build a foundation of will, and start building your empire on the ruins of the past. Go for it even if your knees are shaking. Continue on your way, even if your thoughts hurt, even if doubts are spinning in your head like angry dogs. Crush these dogs. Show them that the voice of your spirit sounds louder than any fear. The world belongs to those who refuse to live in slavery to their own complexes. If someone says you have no chance, smile and take another step. I want you to look in the mirror. See not who you were, but who you can become. Feel that power that hasn't yet been fully revealed. Give it a way out. Don't stop halfway when your greatest success may be just around the corner. Sometimes it's where it's darkest that the entrance to a new, dazzling chapter of your destiny lies. Admit that you are scared. Admit that there are no guarantees. But don't despair. Fear is a normal reaction. It means that you are going beyond your usual limits. Grit your teeth and do what you never dared to dream about before. Overcoming fear is one of the greatest thrills you can feel. It is the awakening of your wildness, your true self. How to build an empire. Add one brick every day. Come up with an idea. Meet someone who can help. Launch a project even if it seems crazy. Learn, invest, experiment. Don't expect it to be easy. But every tear makes you a head taller. You absorb experience like a sponge, and sooner or later this experience will transform into explosive results. Look at your empire as a living being that feeds on your faith and discipline. Burn all bridges to the swamp of inaction. Leave no loopholes for retreat. When you have a backup plan, you don't give it your all. Fight as if it's your last fight. Give your goal every bit of energy. Then even if you fall, you'll fall a meter further than you were standing before. And each such fall jerk will bring you closer to the cherished triumph. Ask yourself what you want to leave in this world. Will you be another grey figure that no one will remember, or a person whose actions will ignite new daredevils? Your decision today creates your legend tomorrow. The world will not forget the one who managed to break through, who did not chicken out, who forged himself like a blade. And the one who always made excuses, the world will not recognize. Choose what kind of history you want to write. I see the fire in you, even if you don't notice it. I know that you can do more than you think now. All your limitations, except the laws of nature, are invented by your mind. Break them. Feel the force that pushes you to take risks. Grab it and take steps. Let them be uncertain at first. Let your hands tremble. Let your words get confused. The main thing is not to stop. Tear out everything old and cramped that hinders your growth. Forget the bitterness of past mistakes. They do not determine your future unless you allow them to do so. Every mistake can become a brick of your greatness. Do you have the right to despair? Yes, you do. But do not dare to get bogged down in it. Look at your despair as a platform from which you will push off to victory. Imagine yourself as a steel sapper walking through the minefield of life. There are explosions and smoke all around, and every step could be fatal. But if you stop, you are still in danger. So keep going. Find loopholes. Figure out paths. Take risks. In one of the steps, you will find a passage to your possibilities. Not every step will be precise, but only by moving will you live to see the dawn of freedom. Burn your excuses. Leave no ashes. Don't give yourself a reason to bring them back and hide again. Let your "I can't," "It's not for me," "I don't have the strength," turn into a glowing fire that lights the way to your empire. Every time fear tries to take over your heart, throw it into the flames of determination. Be prepared for the fact that your environment may not accept your new spirit. People like it when everything is the same, when no one breaks the usual way of life. But if you want to move forward, you will have to go alone sometimes. Then those who share your fire will catch up. Do not try to pull along those who are already dead inside. Let them choose their own destiny. Your choice is to build an empire, relying on those who are also burning. Strength is not a loud voice, but a quiet firmness. When there is chaos around you, you do not shake, you take a step. When others scream about troubles, you look for a solution. When someone gives up, you clench your fists tighter. This steel inside is not bought or given. It is forged by your actions. Release your firmness outside, and sooner or later the world will kneel before your tenacity. Build an empire without self-pity. Turn self-pity into fuel that flares up inside you, making you roar at any interruption. If anyone thinks you're too aggressive, they should stay away. This is your life, and you don't have time for empty talk about what you have to be. You have to be strong. You have to be resilient. You have to be stubborn, even when everything is going wrong. I don't offer you an easy way out. All easy ways lead to the trap of mediocrity. I offer pain, sweat, risk, and strain, but behind all of this is real success, not fake. Do you want to smile and say that you will not succeed? Say it, but then prove the opposite with your actions. Go out into this storm and show that you will not be knocked down by the first gust of wind. At the end of the road, there is no peace, but a new breakthrough. A person who can build an empire does not stop. He sees further than others. He continues to challenge himself. He does not know the word enough. This approach can be scary, but this is true freedom, to be able to break beyond the limits where most blindly turn back. Now I ask you, are you ready? Or will your readiness also dissolve into excuses? When everything falls silent, only your conscience will remain. Will you be able to look it in the eye and say, I did everything I could? Or will you hide behind the usual, well, not today? You are writing your legend right now, word by word, step by step. And this legend can become the property of generations if the thirst to move forward, despite the pain and misunderstanding, boils in your veins. Burn all excuses to the ground. Build your empire from actions, courage, and indomitable will. Act, and don't dare look back, because the road back leads to a swamp of lost opportunities. Now get up and go. Not in an hour, not at dawn. Go at this moment, when your heart is beating in your chest, when your lungs are filled with a vague feeling calling for change. Life is short, and you have no right to waste it on excuses. Show what you can do. Fill your words with the power of action. Drain the swamp of weakness. Dispel doubts. Become someone who knows how to ignite in yourself and in others the desire to win. This is your battle. This is your chance. I look at you and I see potential worth fighting for. Have mercy on your fears and turn them to ashes. Leave behind all the, I can't, I don't know how, I'm not enough. Your greatness will never be the result of chance. It will be the result of persistent, tireless struggle. An empire is built when a flame rages in the soul, and no doubts can extinguish this fire. Burn, create, win. And remember, excuses burn easily, but your spirit is forged in the harsh flame of trials. Forward to your heights, where there is no place for fear. Listen to me further. I am not finished. Because I see that your mind is still in doubt. You feel the pain. You feel the pressure. But you try to convince yourself that this is all temporary, that tomorrow will be easier. Are you content to live in such an endless tomorrow? Do you want your dreams to be forever pushed into the background? Say a decisive no to this tomorrow. Say, I am starting now, this moment, regardless of the storms. Once upon a time, people watched the clouds passing by and waited for good weather. But the strong went out into the field in any weather, because they knew that the clouds would pass, but their determination would remain. They understood that there was no point in wasting time waiting for mercy from the sky. So do you. If you continue to hope for the perfect moment, you will waste your whole life. There is no perfect moment. There is a firm decision to act right in the chaos that is happening around you. Look at your path. There are probably many failures, grievances, disappointments. Ask yourself, what did I do with this baggage? If you gave up, then all your bumps and losses were meaningless. But if you got up and moved on, you have already processed them into strength. With each fall, a person either breaks or hardens his armor. Choose the second option. Make a bulletproof vest out of your mistakes, and fuel out of grievances that will shoot you forward when darkness thickens around you. Sometimes the world seems heartless. People let you down, plans fall apart, your health fails. And you find reasons to feel sorry for yourself, burying your face in the pillow. But at that moment, remember that pity is a poison that corrodes the will. Spit it out. Get up, even if your whole body screams enough. Find support in your dreams, in your rage, in your longing for success. Let the longing not stifle you, but raise you up, forcing you to tear with your teeth any ropes that fetter your potential. If it's dark around you, become your own light. Light a spark of hope from within. You have no other way if you want to rise to the top. What to do if the ground is slipping from under your feet? Grow wings. Otherwise, you will simply fall into the abyss. I repeat, there is only one recipe: hard work, strict discipline, refusal of self-pity. There are no other magic buttons, no magic wands that will shower your path with golden sparks. All great stories smell of sweat and the smell of burnt excuses. You will say, I am not young anymore, I have a family, problems. And I will say, these are all motivators, not obstacles. Family is your reason to become stronger, not a reason to hang around. Problems are your personal turnstile, where it is checked whether you are capable of making a breakthrough. Yes, it is tough, but either this way or not at all. Choose which path is closer to you. If your friends don't support you, it's because they're not on the same page as your determination. Don't blame them. Everyone has their own storyline. Some prefer to quietly endure disappointments, while others want to squeeze the hero out of themselves. But you can't build your empire on those who are lying face down in the swamp of their own complexes. Instead, look for like-minded people who are ready to go with you to the end. Not there. Go alone until you find those who are on the same page. The world rests on people who didn't believe in the word impossible. They broke traditions, took an example from nature, where the strongest survives, but they didn't stop being human. There is definitely a point in your heart where you feel it vibrating when you think about your goal. This is the point of life, the point of passion. If it is silent, you are simply lost in the routine. Wake it up. Ask yourself, what really lights me up? What road do I see in my dreams when I forget about the daily hustle and bustle? And if in response you hear a quiet whisper, amplify it with a cry of action. I don't want you to listen to me blindly. I want you to look inside yourself and make a choice that will make every cell in your body tremble. A choice to live on the edge, to take risks, to raise the bar to levels that scare you. Somewhere deep inside, you know you weren't born to live a miserable existence, but to unleash your energy. Don't let the world put out that inner fire. Grab its burning embers with your bare hands. Get burned, but don't let go. Win even when there is no applause around you. Your reward is your growth. People love winners, but they are in no hurry to become one themselves. Be the exception. Become a person who does not need praise to continue digging the earth in search of a chance. Inner confidence will replace the applause of the crowd, and when you start winning, the crowd will come. But it will not be you who needs them. It will be the crowd who needs you. Don't give up when something doesn't work out. Think, why did I even start? Everyone has their own reason. Family, fame, the desire to leave a mark. If the reason is strong, you won't be able to quit. And if you can easily quit, then the reason was weak like a husk. Find a goal for which you are ready to endure, go on a frontal attack, plow days and nights. Then no doubts will break you completely. Yes, you will fall, swear, cry, but then you will still get up, gritting your teeth to continue on your way. Remember that life always gives you a chance to prove yourself. Maybe it's a chance meeting, a project, an idea that flashed in your head. Many people miss these signs, afraid of looking stupid, afraid of criticism. But those who take a step get at least a small chance of success. Those who do nothing get a guaranteed 0. Don't be afraid to be funny. Laugh at yourself and keep moving forward. You have the ability to transform in your blood. You can change yourself, your inner world, your habits, your attitude to difficulties. This flexibility is a powerful tool. You can lie in the dirt, or you can get up and dust yourself off. Don't say, "I can't change." You can if you set a goal, if you get angry at your old version which never dared to rush forward. Risk is for the brave, but the brave often live more interesting lives than those who choose grey safety. What good is safety if your heart beats at half strength, if you don't feel the adrenaline rush, if you're not proud of your victories and even your scars? Real life begins where you're not afraid to lose, because losing is just part of the training process on the way to mastery. Look at a child learning to walk. He gets up, falls, cries, but gets up again. He has no shame for falling, no fear of looking ridiculous. He just wants to go, and eventually he walks, and then he runs and jumps. Adults often forget this childish drive. We are embarrassed by our falls, afraid of crooked looks. But who laughs at a fallen baby? Everyone understands that he needs to go through this phase. And you too, you need a stage where falls are the norm until you learn to stand firmly. I am speaking to your spirit, not your ego. Ego wants comfort, praise, recognition. Spirit wants freedom, strength, heights. Spirit is not afraid of difficulties. It sees them as an interesting adventure. Choose who you listen to. If you listen to the ego, you will look for where it is softer, where it is more comfortable. If you listen to the spirit, you will go beyond the ordinary and discover reserves in yourself that you did not even know about. Build an empire, but do not forget that its main owner is you yourself. The empire is a symbol of your achievements, an image of your self-realized I. Perhaps it will not be recognized by the whole world, but this should not worry you. The important thing is that in your own eyes you become a hero who forged himself from the fire of overcoming. You will earn your own respect, and this is more valuable than any awards. And if suddenly the world notices that you are made of a special metal, it will confirm your value. But this will only be a sign of what you have long since established within yourself. If you encounter mistrust and envy, do not get distracted. Stay on course. On the way to a great goal, there will always be those who will throw stones and spit barbs. But those who overcome this test become even stronger. Envy is an acknowledgement of your strength, and malice is the fear that you can achieve more than these people could imagine. Remember, you can't change everyone, but you can change yourself and your life. When your empire begins to take shape, you will feel a storm inside you. It will be a mixture of pride and responsibility. Pride will say, "Look how high you have climbed." Responsibility will remind you, "You cannot step aside now." And let them go hand in hand, because true power always comes with responsibility. The wider your domain, the greater your zone of influence on yourself and on others. Do not let down those who believed in you, and certainly do not let down yourself. But even if your empire collapses in the heat of adversity, you will still have your character, your steel will, and you will be able to rebuild it. The empire is a reflection of your spirit, and the spirit cannot be destroyed by circumstances if you yourself have not betrayed it. Therefore, do not fear the collapse of projects. Fear the betrayal of your principles. If you remain true to yourself, you will rise from any ashes. And now, as the words draw to a close, I want you to remember the main commandment. Burn your excuses. Build your kingdom. Become your own master. These phrases are not for pathos, but for action. I urge you to raise your head right now, look at your life, and decisively remove everything that hinders your growth. Time does not like those who waste it in vain. Every second spent in doubt is a lost chance to take a step forward. So do not waste it. Take risks, make mistakes, but be alive. Be a burning fire that dispels the darkness. Enough talk. The world awaits your step. Your inner mentor falls silent to make way for your determination. Let the loud roar of your ambition fill the air. Let every breath be a step toward your personal triumph. Because if you don't take yours, who will? If you don't decide now, when will you? You were made to fight. You were made to win. Show it in your actions. Show that your excuses have burned to the ground. Show that your spirit is not subject to slave chains. Go and build. Build furiously, build greedily, because your empire is a reflection of you. If you want to see the power, unleash it within. If you want to change the world around you, change your world from within. I believe you can do it, but my belief means nothing if you don't believe in yourself. So choose. Either fade away or burst into flames that will shake your entire reality. The choice is yours. Life doesn't ask if you're ready. It throws you into the abyss where the bottom is invisible. Your task is to break through to the surface and fly. I give you only words, and your actions will make them flesh and blood. Burn your excuses. Build your kingdom. Let the inner flame lead you. The future does not like the indecisive. Start right now and prove that your empire is a reality and not a phantom of someone else's illusions. Do it. This is the essence of any great path.